All right. Part 4.4, 7 tips to becoming an irreplaceable editor. Like I said, all the editors that I work with now, you want to be irreplaceable. All right. You want to be a very valuable asset to the team. You want to be an asset for yourself as well. And you just want to be dependable. I think this is the key. Editors are so in demand, and it's hard to find really, really good editors these days because there's so many levels of to editing. And the barrier to entry is very low. So anyone can start editing and call themselves an editor. But to be an irreplaceable editor is when you start to add value to a company, and if they lose you, they're screwed. All right. Or it's going to be a lot of work for them to try to replace you. So that's how you become an irreplaceable editor. Number 1, master one style first before trying another. I think this is a very important one because you can say you edit video ads and social media videos or whatever, but you haven't really mastered any particular style. So whether that's reels or commercial ads or lifestyle or UGC or branded videos, start with your best foot forward and be like, okay, I'm really good at this. I haven't quite learned the UGC style yet, but I'm willing to learn. And here's what I'm going to do to try to get better at it, right? This is one of those things where I think there's so many different styles, but being adaptive and being able, like I mentioned in the previous lesson, being a chameleon and learning the different styles and the whys and the purposes and the nuances is going to make you way more valuable than just someone who knows how to do one style of videos. Because then the brand owner or the company you work for or the team that you're on can rely on you to do certain things that the other team members can't do or the other editors can't do. And that's massively valuable. Number 2, get exposure to more areas of production. If you're just editing, try doing scripting. If you can't do scripting, try shooting your own stuff. And once you start shooting your own stuff, try directing. Okay. Obviously that's a lot, but if you have the luxury to get on the production floor with the other team, definitely step in there. If you don't have any resources there, talk to copywriters and kind of think about, talk with them, strategize with them, and see how their brain works. Because once you see how different areas of production, like you have to wear a lot of different hats and you have to think differently in every different position. When you're in editing mode, you're like organization, flow, sequence, music, like you're focused on just compiling, right? But when you're exposed to these other areas, you have to do different responsibilities. But when you do them, they all just kind of funnel back into the editing to make you smarter, faster, all those things. Strategy is another thing too. I think a lot of editors don't do enough of. So if you become a strategist and an editor, boom, you're very valuable. Number 3, keep learning to gain wider perspectives. Look, don't pigeonhole yourself into just one style or one understanding. Video ads is one component of the entire video spectrum. And so you want to continue to feed yourself, feed your subconscious, feed your knowledge and skill sets so you can continually expand yourself, expand your awareness about this stuff, because it'll just keep growing. Keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, and that's the goal. Number 4, watch content analytically, not as a consumer. I think we talked about this, but when you watch content, besides being without being entertained, but watching it from a step back and be like, oh, what are they doing here? What was the hook? What was the title? How long was the video? Why did that stop me? Why did I like it? You start asking these reflective questions. You start to uncover a lot of the techniques and strategies that they're using versus just becoming the consumer and being tricked by the strategies, so to speak. Instead, you extract and then you can apply it in your own videos. Number 5, work with those who will push your boundaries. Okay. I think it's really important to work with people who are constructive, and who are always challenging you to be better. And, obviously not being a dick or an asshole to you. I would not work with those types of people. I've done my due diligence with working with a lot of not friendly people. but you definitely want to work with people who are going to challenge you. You don't want to be in your comfort zone for too long, or you don't want to be in a comfort zone, because then you're just cruising. You're not growing. You're just plateauing. Number 6, steal first, innovate later. Learn from what's already working and improve on it. This has been a motto that I've been saying ever since I started direct response, and it was taught by my mentor. And I had mentioned that story about me getting that graphic design job at an agency. He's the one who actually told me this: steal first, innovate later. Because at the end of the day, there's so much out there that has already been proven to work. And if you extract those winning ideas and improve on them or innovate on them, then you've cut yourself a ton of time trying to figure it out for yourself. Because in the ad space, gosh, it takes so much money to test and to iterate and all these things. But if you can take, winning concepts from different, whether it's a direct competitor or an indirect competitor or from a social media ad, and then apply that directly into your videos, then you've already done a lot of the heavy lifting. So steal first, innovate later. Obviously, do not blatantly just steal things. I was in the dropshipping world a long time ago, and I used to steal videos. I got my account shut down. That's part of the reason why I started Ecom Vids, because everyone was just stealing from each other. And I wanted to create affordable videos for people to get their own unique content that they can call themselves. But a few years later down the road, I realized everyone was still just stealing our stuff. So that's just the nature of the game. But do it in a safe way and an ethical way. Number 7, take pride in your work. If you take your work seriously, they will respect you more. I think this is just, look, if you care about your work, it's going to show. If you don't care about your work, that's also going to show. And so, I always think of it as, man, I have this one opportunity to impress them, or I like to just, I don't know, I like to show off a little bit. I did that. I made that. I'm stoked on that. If you're not stoked on your work, then like, what's the point, man? You should be stoked on your work, even if it's an ad. Like, I've made ads where I'm like very proud of that. I'm very proud that we made that ad, just because you know how much work that goes into it. And whoever's on the receiving end of it will definitely appreciate that too, because they know, for anyone who puts the extra effort into their work, they're going to be recognized. Number 8, go above and beyond. Impress them with your skills and experience. Like I said, there's ways to really, I would say, go above and beyond with your clients, with your team members, with your boss, whoever you're working for. Going above and beyond is going to, I think you have to set limitations and expectations, of course, but when you could show that, hey, I saw an opportunity here to do the captions or the subtitles or create additional variations for you. I just did that because I know you needed it. I wasn't going to charge you for it. Man, does this breed loyalty like a mother effer? When you're able to do that, I've been able to sustain most of my clients just because I go above and beyond for them. They'll buy one set of assets and then I'll give them another just because I'm like, yeah, let's just get it to them because, they need it. I don't want to nickel and dime people. That's so annoying. I've been in the industry long enough when you start nickeling and diming everybody, it's super annoying. They're like, give me the thing. So yeah, go above and beyond, but don't do it at the cost of your own, I would say like time and like sacrifice. All right, that wraps up part 4. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope you gained a ton of value. In the next one, we're going to be talking about product and customer research. I'm super stoked on it. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. See you guys.